Captioneer for After Effects can now use precomps. The caption and post-processing settings haven't changed, but we've added a new group called text, which contains two options. This defaults to text layers and includes the split by words checkbox. This works the same as before. We can hit Add Captions to generate raw text layers in the composition. There is also a new option called Precomp. If we select this option, we can use our own Essential Graphics compositions for captions. To get started, we need to create an Essential Graphics composition. Simply select a text layer, pre-compose it, and give it a name. Let's go inside the precomp. This is the key step. Open the Essential Graphics panel and drag your source text property into it. This text property in the Essential Graphics panel is what Captioneer can see. Inside this precomp, you have total creative freedom to create your own caption preset with text animators, effects, and even other layers. We'll create this simple, smooth text animation and use it for captions. Go to Animate and select Position. Open Range Selector and add a keyframe for offset. Go forward 1 second and make offset 100. Then increase position to 50. When we scrub backwards, the text is sliding. Go to Add, Property, Opacity, and set it to 0. When we play this, each letter fades and slides on. To make it smooth, change Shape to Ramp Up and Ease Low to 90%. Leave the second offset keyframe alone, but go back to the beginning and change this offset to -100%. When you play this back, you will have a smooth fade-on effect. We can move it faster by moving the second keyframe earlier. We can also add effects. I'll go up to Effects, Gaussian Blur, and add that to my layer, and keyframe blurriness to start from 25 and go down to something low so we just get a bit of fuzz around the edges, like 5, and disable repeat edge pixels so the blur doesn't get cropped. Let's also add a drop shadow from Effects, Perspective, Drop Shadow. And I'll click this to turn on the transparent background so we can see it. And we can adjust these shadow settings to whatever we feel like. Now we just need to tell Captioneer to use this precomp. We can do this 3 ways. When we are inside the precomp, just click this button to select it. We get a confirmation message that it worked. Or you can open the project panel and select the composition there. Then click the selection button. Lastly, you can drag and drop the precomp onto the panel. Any of these 3 ways work to select a precomp. Once selected, come down to Create, and let's go back to our main composition. And I'll delete these old layers we had before. Then hit Add Captions, and Captioneer will create all the precomps. And just like that, we have one precomp for every caption phrase with the correct text and timing. To change a word, just rename the layer in your timeline. An expression automatically updates the text based on the layer name, and we can delete or extend these layers as needed. You can go back and edit the precomp's effects, and everything updates. To demonstrate this, I'll change this drop shadow color, and we'll see that every precomp now updates to the white drop shadow. You can also add responsive design time protected regions to your precomp. I'll set my work area to the region I want to protect, and right-click, Create Protected Region. This blue section will protect the keyframes inside it, so everything outside will stretch and everything inside won't stretch. Then we can re-add the captions. Now animations stretch perfectly to fit the duration of every caption. We can go into the precomp and add extra controls to Essential Graphics. I'll add a fill effect from Generate Fill and drag the effect above the blur so it happens first. We can right-click this property and select Add Property to Essential Graphics. Let's also come down and add our drop shadow controls. I'll select all these at once and just drag them in. Now that we have all our controls set up, I'll go back to the main composition and delete all those old layers. And then let's go back to Captioneer, and this time check Parent to Controller, then hit Add. The Parent to Controller option links every precomp to a null, so we can move them together. This controller layer also has copies of our Essential Graphics controls. From here, we can control the essential properties of every precomp at once, letting you change styles for all the layers from one central location, and it only affects this composition. So we can edit those effects and make some of the layers bigger or smaller, and it only affects this comp. If we go over to a different sequence, we can add fresh captions with the same precomp, and we can edit these controls totally separately from the other one. We made captions from the same red precomp, but I'll change this one to blue and set a gray shadow, and we have totally unique essential properties in this composition. If we go back to the first comp, we see that everything here stayed red and was unaffected by those changes. And everything inside our original precomp stays unaffected by everything outside it. Everything flows out of this precomp. So we can make a different change, like adding a new glow effect to our original text from Effects Stylize Glow, and we can customize this effect. And that new change will flow out to every other composition. The power is in your hands. You can do anything you want with these essential graphics precomps. This update is all about giving you more power and more flexibility in After Effects. Try out these new After Effects features and leave a comment below on what you want to see next.